being the fastest quarterback you've never seen. I'll be right back. There's no quicker way to get into DFS. Play Super Draft today and see for yourself.
We're behind. They're all fired up. What we got to do? First place, our defense has got to go out there and take the ball. Then when we get the ball, we got to have 11 people that's going to do their job and try to score every time you get the football. If we do that, we'll be all right. That will be all right.
Good morning, CTS family. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of the Sister Teams podcast. And today, it's a big week for Alabama. It's a big week for college football. It's rivalry. It's hate week for everybody. But before we get this show started, I'd like for everybody to hit the like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, please be sure to hit that like button because it really helps us content creators out a lot. It helps, put it in the YouTube algorithm, let it get around YouTube to everybody. But so please hit the like button, subscribe, and share to other people. But today I have an Auburn fan on. He's a big time Auburn guy. He's a former football player himself. Not at Auburn, but he played a lot of football before. He knows football, and I've been waiting to have a football conversation with this guy, and I'm gonna bring him on today. I want y'all to show him love today. My guy, Alvin Humber. What's going on?
What's going on?
Nothing much, man. Big game today.
It's a big,
Yes, sir.
very big.
Yes, sir.
Already.
Been waiting for.
I hope you guys are ready.
Man, man, you know the way our season's been going. I hope we ready. I hope.
Well, exactly. We can at the end, but we can show hope for the best.
Yeah. Hey, but this is what I've been saying about Auburn though. They been ever since y'all got rid of Harsin, y'all brought in Cadillac for the interim head coach. Them boys playing motivated right now. So the ball gonna roll Auburn way today. I feel like I don't think it will, but when them boys playing under motivation like that, it can, man. And we've been starting off very slow, man. So anything can happen today.
Right.
Iron Bowl,
Right. Big
how to
matchup.
anticipate. Yes, sir. Like this.
Look forward to.
Yeah. This game right here, like, I don't care how good a team is, how good Auburn is, how good Alabama is. All they go out the window today, man. Like the intensity. Last time we came in the game with 2 losses is when Cam Newton was there. And we went up real quick on y'all, but Cam Newton stepped in the booth at halftime and came back as a Superman and took our head off our shoulder, man.
He did. I will say.
That dude different, man. But man, we finna get the thing started. We finna get these questions rolling. First question I want to ask you: when did you become an Auburn fan, and how old were you?
Fan. It's my uncle had went to Auburn. He Auburn, and I'm an Auburn fan. I was at that was in I was 10 years old. Following them after he started.
Okay. So what position did you play?
I played quarterback, linebacker. I played all the special. I played the head coach and so yeah, football.
Okay. And you said your uncle Auburn, right?
Right.
What position did he play?
Well, he played.
Okay. King Brian, thank you for tuning in, sir. Thank you for tuning in. I guess them Georgia Bulldogs gonna beat the brakes off of Tech today, huh? So, who is the player that you remember around that time?
Around that was around the time when Bo Jackson. They were doggone. Actually, looking at him, and I started saying, "Hey, I want to." I started playing football at that time. Because my mom and she didn't want me to get hurt, so
Yeah.
I couldn't look at it on TV, but engage in it. Yeah.
Ray Wilkes, thank you for tuning in. Let's go. Let's get it. Yes, sir. Crimson Wave. Thank you for tuning in, sir. What's going on? So, what are some of Auburn traditions that we may or may not know about? What are some of Auburn traditions that you know of?
Well, older, I started attending some of the games. It's such a big thing down there, and it starts out with the people. You get this camaraderie, everyone, where you can go to any team. People just fall in love with you. They love Auburn.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's one thing to bring the world together, man. It's football.
That's so true.
And to be honest with you, I mean, you can feel it when you're down there. Like, man, I feel like me today. I don't feel racist. Have anything to do with it.
Mm-hmm.
All one way.
Yeah.
That would say what I'm saying.
That's what I say about going to Alabama tailgates too. Like it just like you said, like none of the racism in there. It brings everybody together. Everybody showing love. Like it don't even matter if you're from another team. They're gonna show the same type of love, man.
Right.
Yeah. So what are some of the traditions that you do on game day? What are some of your game day traditions? Like what you do?
Game day traditions they have already started. I do when I wake up on game day, get out of my house. That's the first. After that, I have me a. I already had. Putting on my water, geared up, so I can get my mind. Then later on, I'll get focused on about 30 minutes to an hour. Come on, and I'll turn on with the broadcasting, and I look at. I turn the ESPN, and I start just watching football hype media playing. I watch football stats and all that from other games. I don't know who's hurt. I don't know who's the game today. I want to know all that information. Someone,
Yeah.
I want to know it all.
Mm-hmm.
What's going on? I don't care about the referee. Okay.
Roll Tide, Stephen Hicks. Thanks for tuning in, man. So this is something that I'm wondering. Why do y'all say War Eagle?
And you know what? Because it got a lot of people don't understand, but I'm good. Okay, War Eagle is cry. Just like y'all say, y'all when we roll time.
Mm-hmm.
I was more somebody out in public. First thing he said, what? First thing we said, or it says that's just our, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, I had looked it up, and it was what you said. It was real interesting when I looked it up. So says my boy Steven, he said, sorry to your guests, but we beat in Auburn but today.
All right. What I will say, I'm looking at us last week, after 17-7. I seen the defense here. I seen came to life. And that's the offense. But when the offense, defense is everywhere, they're in trouble next week. Ain't no way we can lose.
Yeah. Hey, so when did the Tiger become Auburn's mascot, and how? Do you know how?
Back with the Tiger. In the beginning, they were called Auburn, but they had no mascot. Okay?
Yeah.
It wasn't until 1959 the Tiger appeared ball program. Okay? In 1979, character actually became, okay? And that was a ball tournament. And that's what formed. And like Michael was saying that the field and all games, he's the mascot for the school, but with the basketball team. That's where it started.
Yeah, okay, yeah, that's tight. That's tight. So Roll Tide Spencer, thank you for tuning in this morning. See what okay. Yeah. So how many national championships does Auburn have?
National championship, we have 3, I think this morning. Trying to was right. When Pat Dye came, SEC title, he just ran the road for me. It was Pat Dye era.
Yeah.
Man, really couldn't know SEC school really match up. Even Georgia with the Herschel Walker. I mean, those two were the running battles around the same time, you know. Jackson, Georgia,
Yeah. Herschel Walker. That dude. That guy.
yeah.
Who was the best who you think was the best coach in Auburn history? Yeah, I think so too. I think so too.
Actually, when he was with Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
Alabama.
Yep.
He went on, I think it was East Carolina, and then he became at Auburn, but he was assistant coach at Alabama.
Mm-hmm. I remember. Yeah, I remember looking that up. Oh, we got Fair Moore in the chat with the War Eagle. What? War Eagle?
War Eagle.
Hold on. Who do you think was the best player in Auburn history?
I think Bo Jackson was.
Bo Jackson.
Bo Jackson was the best player.
So I'm gonna ask you this real quick. Cadillac Williams or Bo Jackson? Who you starting and who you benching?
That's tough, man. I would have to go with Bo Jackson. He was big and fast, wasn't size.
Mm-hmm.
He had speed along. Speedster too. You know, he plays to get out of there. They know because you wide open.
Yeah, Bo Jackson was different. Bo Jackson was different. I remember when he was playing baseball, I think he struck out or something. He broke the bat over his knee. I said, this dude is different because them wooden bats are strong as I don't know what. So I got special. Yeah. You know how they try to say hit a man low in football? Man, I don't want to hit him low. I think Auburn is going to come out like their pants are on fire. This one's say I think so. Y'all already know how this Iron Bowl game go, man. Like it gonna be crazy.
Well, the Iron Bowl, both teams, both of us playing in this Iron Bowl. I just don't know why the Iron Bowl, how it turned out. I don't know why. If I play like this during the season, we probably would at the end of the season. But who's to say we did good and I thought good season this season. But we'll get on that in a minute.
Yeah, I think I got motivation on y'all side today, man. I think y'all got motivation today.
Yeah.
So,
I do believe with that. Cadillac he's building something now. And
yeah.
to be honest with you, I actually think they should have bid for head coach to have to instead of interim head coach.
We're gonna get to that later. We're gonna get to that because I got thoughts on that. So can you tell me about the Bo Jackson area? Like
now Bo Jackson, I just used to like to watch the game. I really wasn't really knowing a whole lot that I like seeing it on TV. My greatest that I like watching, and him and Herschel Walker. For some because I was a running back, I like seeing him good. No matter what team they play for, they break tackles and run over people, man.
okay, so this is another thing I thought about. The 2004 season. I remember that season so well. Y'all had Cadillac, Ronnie Brown, Jason Campbell quarterback. I forgot who else played. There's some more people on the defensive side of the ball. How did y'all feel about not playing in that national championship that year? Because as a Bama fan, I feel like y'all got snubbed, man. I feel like y'all easily should have been in that national championship that year.
Yeah, it kind of hurt my feelings a little bit because we were doing the season. I was like somebody that pulled my heart out. We didn't go like football no more. I didn't care. I was just pissed. All I'm watching the next year. Through.
Roll Tide, William Bryan. Thank y'all for tuning in the morning. Everybody hit the like button. I see Aiden in the chat. Everybody hit the like button for me, man. Tell me about the excitement about Cam Newton in that season. Like he was there for one season, but that dude came and made what
so much dirt that would come. Everybody that's all on it. You want to Auburn fan, you want to be all, but the one you had the haters that way because they say, hey, y'all paid them off. Nobody. And if they did, I just want him to win games.
Yeah.
Broke the roof. Oh, yeah. Him know that.
Yeah. But you know what I say about that? Let's be real about it. Who ain't doing it? Like, who wasn't doing it around that time? Like, you know what I'm saying? That's my thing. Like, Alabama usually get accused for it all the time, and I'm like, man, I don't doubt it. But I know I said about this. If it came to my son, my boys, and they came to me with the bag before it was legal, yeah, I took it. I took it. I took it.
I won't say nothing.
Yep, I took it. And Cam Newton played it well when asked him about it. He was like, well, I don't know nothing about it. I don't know nothing about it. He played it so good. He's smart with that one. So 2013 season. Auburn had a lot of luck that season. Y'all had that miracle that catch against
Yeah,
Georgia
yep,
and that kick that
yeah,
year.
kick six. Yeah, Danger with us. It looked like, but I didn't know how his football. I didn't see him going to the NFL. He was a great quarterback. With him going into the NFL at that side position.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My cousin, he actually played on that team. He was a quarterback. The year before that, he ended up I forgot the kid who was starting in front of him at quarterback. I forgot his name. But then the last 4 games, my cousin Jonathan Wallace, he ended up taking over the starting position in that game. Then the next year, that's when they then the year that year they ended up firing Chiswick. Then they brought in Gus, and that's when Gus brought in Nick Marshall and them guys. Then he made a switch over. But yeah, he played on that team. But the loss to Florida State, as an Alabama fan, that kind of hurt because I wanted y'all to bring it home. I wanted y'all to bring that home that year again.
That was actually my brother. He and so it was like a battle. He watched the game up in Atlanta, and he called me after the game, but he didn't get on to brag and boast and all that. And he just said, "I said, man,
Yeah. I thought y'all was gonna do it, but Jameis Winston was a different cat at that time. He was a different cat at that time. And I'm gonna tell you about. Like I said, my cousin played on the Auburn team. Jameis Winston was the #1 quarterback coming out of Alabama that year. And my cousin, he was the #2 quarterback coming out of Alabama. Yeah, he played at Central High School, but he was the #2 quarterback in the state of Alabama that year.
wow, yeah."
So that was cool. That was cool. So what's your most memorable Iron Bowl?
That's probably in history. I would put
Say it again.
I say as the #1 Bowl memorable moment history. That would be my #1.
Okay. Mine was the kick six. Like it's not my most memorable as a fan. I mean, it's my most memorable as a fan, but it wasn't my most liked one. But the kick six that was different.
And that was, and I'll be honest with you. If I was Nick Saban, I would have nailed the ball.
Yeah, take it to OT.
He got the big head about how to kill his game now. Wrong decision because he broke to the left. And when you seen something on the line, and that's all that he was gonna bring it out. He brought it out. And he was gone. He was over with.
Man,
Wow.
it was I give Gus, I give him his props as a coach that day because he was really thinking on his feet to have somebody back there sitting back there ready to return the back for. Because that was the last thing I was thinking about. And when I seen him come out the end zone, I said, no.
I said, no, we're going overtime. I thought he just dropped it back. When he dropped back and caught the ball, and started moving his legs, I said, all right, it's overtime. Shit. Everybody played that. I mean,
Yeah.
the doggone return team, everybody knew their assignment, and they took.
Bama girl said the kick six still causes me nightmares. Me too. I get mad when that show replay and everything. They're like, man, we know what happened. Why y'all got doing it? So, do you think Auburn has a chance to win this game today?
I think we have. If we come out and we play in the second half again last week, great chance at winning. Like you said, you start out. I'm seeing Alabama here in the last 4 years. Y'all is not the same Alabama from what I see. Like I said, we do have a. I will say that. It's much more margin, but I say a chance.
Ray Will said, "You still hear you still hear people talking about that 1 second? We sure do. We're gonna talk about that forever until we can't talk about it no more." So, do you think Cadillac Williams needs to be considered for the head coaching job? You talked about it a little bit.
Fame in the hat, because we do need to have that. And the SEC, we do need to have coaches in there. Such a great job right now. Now, in fact, would be after the game. If he goes in, I think they'll throw his name in there.
Yeah. Especially if he win today. If he win today, he might be the head coach. He might be the head coach before he get back to Auburn if he win today. All right, well, so what was your thoughts on Brian Harsin? Like, from the time he got hired in there, what was your thoughts, man?
I'm telling you, man, when Brian Harsin first, I was excited. I was like, okay, a young coach that fired. A lot of the guys didn't like him. He was so hard on guys. The transfer to other schools and stuff. Can't take a coach getting in messing up. When I play, when you messed up, the coach got on better or you got benched.
Mm-hmm.
How you want to take it? You play ball, you going to play ball. You're going to tell you about what you're doing, you don't want to listen. You need to be on the sideline.
Yeah. See, that's what I feel. I honestly thought it was a weird hire, but at the same time, what I said, I'm like, Auburn, I don't feel like Auburn gave him a chance from the get-go. The man got going on. I'm like, then last year he took us to 4 overtimes in the Iron Bowl. Like, I don't think he had a fair chance from the get-go. That's just me personally. I don't think he had a fair chance. I think even going into this season, they was ready to get rid of him before the season. Going into this season.
I just think they could have gave him I mean, Cadillac that was the problem because he turned next week when we barely lost it. And the next week round we won. The second round we won. Here we are at the Iron Bowl. How's that gonna go? If he wins this, like he'll be in the hand. But Coach Hart, I think he would have did it too. Like when it was times when you should have pulled. When you throw 3 interceptions, that should be over there with you.
Yeah.
It's hurting the team when you make up for his mistake. It might be a 4th interception. Decision making when it came down to the offense, I didn't like. It gave him a little more time on the season now because we already so
Yeah. Shante Jackson said, War Eagle never underestimate us. I agree to that. Because y'all playing good football lately. Y'all have. Ask Bama Girl, thank you for tuning in. Brittany B, thank you for tuning in. So what would you like to see as Auburn's who would you like to see as Auburn's next head coach?
Head coach. I'm gonna come down. The name is already out. Okay. And the reason why it might not be good, Deion Sanders. He's a great coach, but Deion will turn his back on Jackson State.
Mm-hmm.
My second name with in high school, that coaches for Georgia Auburn, that is Georgia Dale McGee. Dale McGee away from Auburn. And I think
I ain't never think of that name.
yeah. And has won national Harvard High School. He won a couple of times. So I mean, I think he would be great. Lane Kiffin, but I don't even build those guys down the Ole Miss. Those four names that I just named, Cadillac probably would be the one. If he can come today and progress to a win, I think he'll be a head coach next season.
I see those my thoughts on Lane Kiffin. It sounds good, but like I had said on one of our other shows, when we think of Lane Kiffin, we think about points. We think about a lot of points automatically, but we don't think about he has to hire a defensive coordinator, he has to hire DB coaches, he has to hire so many other things. Like, so I look back on what he has been doing as a head coach. He's been a decent head coach, he's been a good head coach, but to me, some coaches are just who they are. They are going to be a 2-loss, 3-loss coach, sometimes even 1-loss coach that season. But I don't feel Lane Kiffin is the coach right now that'll get Auburn over the hump. I don't feel like he'll be the one to get off my open hump. But you brought up Dale McGee. You know, that's a name I haven't thought about. And why is that name not circulating around in college football?
Exactly. It should have been circulated. At least
yes.
Gus, not Gus. His name should have been brought up because I think after he was a player, his resume. I mean, that's something.
Yeah.
That you were as a head coach.
That's true. That's so true.
Would allow it.
But this is my thoughts on Cadillac Williams, though. I like Cadillac Williams. I like him a lot. But I don't think the Auburn job needs to be his first head coaching job because you know, and I know that Auburn boosters are going to be too much involved, and he need to go somewhere where he can establish what he does as a head coach. Somewhere they're going to let him run the program how he wants to run it, and not having nobody in the background tinkering around with his decisions and stuff. That's why I don't think Cadillac needs the Auburn job for a head coach job. But if they need to promote him after this season, if they don't hire him as a head coach, they really need to promote him, and if they will drop the ball on that.
Right.
So at this point, what's your game breakdown? What's your breakdown for the game today? How do you see it playing out, or how could it play?
I think it's gonna start to be stalemate in the beginning. 7-0 about first quarter. I see us coming back in the second quarter on touchdown, even it off. I say it might be 10-7. After halftime football game, it might be determined by 3 points today. A blowout. Defense just falters and get themselves into a rut. I'm doing that because the level is so high right now. It's going to be hard to break through this game.
Boy said Steven said if Lane goes to Auburn, we'll beat their butts. We'll beat their butt too. Like I think Lane don't think he's not gonna be the one to take Auburn over the hump. But
that was my last person that we might put in the slot for coaching. He's okay. He's not there yet.
Yeah, facts. That's on that. But you know the way I've been seeing this game is our offense. We have a big slow start. I think we only had 7 points in the first quarter against Austin P last week, and that been a trend of our whole season. Not just like that. That's what we've been doing, and I feel like with this game, Auburn runs the ball really well. So if we come out to a slow start on offense, that's gonna have Auburn thinking we in the game. So now all that needs to happen for Auburn is a big play, whether it's special teams, defense, a big play on offense. Now, if that big play happens and we're not coming out jumping on them really fast, now that's putting Auburn back in the game. If it's 7-0, 7-7 going into the second half, now their mindset is different. Now Cadillac got them boys pumped up. Cadillac telling them on the sideline, look, we can beat them. We are in the game. Consider what you're doing. And there's one stat that I've been looking at from Auburn. Those two running backs, Tank Bigsby and Hunter, last week, both of them had over 100 yards rushing. The week before, both of them had over 100 yards rushing. And the quarterback, he runs the ball very well. So what I noticed that is he puts me in the mindset of Jaden Daniels at LSU. His throwing is not good, but Auburn is not going to go away from the run game. And you know, as a football player, I know that when you run the ball, that wears down on the defense. And that could be very crucial because Alabama front seven, we have it, but they haven't it this year. Like our linebackers, we have two good linebackers, but we have one linebacker that I'm not a fan of, Henry Toa. Appreciate your services at Alabama, but you gotta play grown man football today because Auburn is gonna run that ball. Auburn is gonna run the ball.
Make sure you contain. If you don't contain him, he will be easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
First play in the game, and the whole secondary. Who is this?
Hey, you know that
with the ball that gives them problems because of the season and try to force the ball to two receivers. I mean, two. You just can't force that ball in that time. You try to do that.
Yeah. Hey, you know that kid? You know he's from the state of Alabama. He played at Hoover High School too, but he actually ended up going to Oregon.
Oregon, right?
Yeah.
That's with the Nix thing. I think that's when he came in. And now look at Bo Nix. But he just wasn't doing. He was throwing interceptions. I was like, why is he still?
Yeah.
And you throwing interception. You get to the one ball game, start making some decisions and start getting that second man up ready. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, serious. I think Bo Nix used to try to force it. He used to try too hard sometimes, man. Like he forced the game too much. That be calm down, and let the game come to you. Take what's open, take what's available. And I don't think Auburn offensive line had the best O line during his period neither.
No.
Because he used to always have the bail out. Yeah.
No.
But yeah, I'm real impressed by them running backs. I'm like, God dang, these boys put up some yards. I mean, I know it was Western Kentucky and a bad Texas A&M team, but I don't care them stats. It is what it is. Them dudes good, man.
Pick up a lot of yards on it. I say we got make the quarterback a running back.
Yeah, seriously. And we all know when that run game start opening up, you can put him the quarterback in easy positions to make easy, simple passes to help that offense some more. But man, like, and the boys get and Kind of like he'll put the ball in the playmaker's hands and let him run to the outside and stuff too. And that's what Alabama is not doing this year. Like we talk about our wide receivers every week with us Alabama fans, it's the same thing. All the wide receivers are gonna step up. Who the running backs are we gonna run the ball more? It's the same thing. And I will tell people, no, our wide receivers are not the wide receivers in the past, but they're athletes. So he has to find a way to get the ball in the playmaker's hands. That's what our OC is going to do. At this point, I realize our OC is who he is. He's going to do what he do. And it's up to the athletes this game. But he has to find a way to get them boys the ball in their hand. And it doesn't have to be a deep pass. We don't do jet sweeps no more. We don't even really send players in motion to try to see what the defense is lined up in to create a mismatch. And we don't do none of that stuff. Our run game, play calling is so plain and vanilla this year. Line them up in I formation and play smash mouth football like we used to do back in the day. Like, come on, man.
Yeah. And I also did when I was watching one of y'all games, some of it like simple passes. I mean, you're supposed to catch it.
Man, I'm talking about ball hitting them dead. Ball hitting them dead in the hands. Like, come on, man. Like, they be like, we got to develop wide receivers, but bro, you a wide receiver, you should be able to catch something that's dead in your hand. Like, ain't nothing that a coach can do for that. That's on you right there at this point.
Coach minor league, and I had my receivers out there. We had a bunch of doing one of the games in the previous weekend. So I told the coaches, no.
Yeah.
I said, we ain't bringing out no ball today. Red bricks out there. Bricks out there. Making a catch these bricks. They gonna catch it, or they gonna knock me. I said, I'm tired of dropping balls. Our problem. And what about catching ball left and right, man? They catch that one popular back. This right here. Give me that and I'm telling you that at practice, we had no after that.
Y'all had what? No what?
After that.
Yeah. I bet.
At practice, oh, coach. You for real? 5 and a half.
Hey, that's why. That's what.
Like throwing pass. Yeah.
Hey, I ain't never heard the kitchen bricks practice though. That's a wild one.
I'm old school.
Hey, you do this job with all these players now, all these young fellas, man. They leave that school so fast. Man, you can't throw bricks at us, man. He throwing bricks at us. Nah, how to get you better. Oh. But they'll be like,
well, I know where the ball is. When you turn your head, pretty much you have a ball being thrown. So you make that turn, react to that ball when it's coming at you. The time you turn, you want it to be right there because they don't give him time to react to the ball. You stand back there and let him make it cut. Hey, the man on him now. Can't go.
yeah. Hey, so one thing I noticed about Auburn, y'all haven't really been recruited, like bringing a quarterback. The only one that I noticed lately is Bo Nix. Auburn has to. They're gonna have to recruit a quarterback. Like, forget bringing them in as a transfer. Y'all gonna have to recruit a quarterback, a true quarterback, and that one thing right there, it take Auburn to the next level. If they can get an elite quarterback.
I said our recruiting is better than what it is because if one school that's gonna need to have good recruit. I mean, you're gonna have to get somebody out there pay, and that payment to go out there and find. We want some one star. I want top. I don't want medium. They may do all right, but if you want to get them top tier players, it's easy to coach those guys. You just got to get them players and say,
Yeah, I see, and this is my thoughts because Alabama, we to me, Alabama has gotten so Hollywood now since we done been on top for so long. To me, we done got so Hollywood, and I'm starting to question some of these 5-star players now. I'm starting to question they toughness now. Like, do they have they don't have that grit anymore? It's like now with NIL and play, everybody looking for the check, everybody coming to these schools. Like, what can you do for me? Versus like, how can you develop me? How can you take me to the next level? They were like, well, USC offering me this. What you got to offer me? That they ain't coming in with that mindset. So now I do think back is what about hungry 3-star players? Because how I look at some of these 3-star athletes, some of these 3-star athletes are 3-star athletes because they haven't gotten the publicity because they might be at a smaller school. They might not have the funds to get to all these Nike opening camps and stuff, So some of these athletes are just being under recruited because or their location or the situation they're living in at home. So I say getting back to these backwoods schools, finding that dude that's hungry, that has that chip on the shoulder, that has been told that you're not gonna play division. Find them guys, and because that's how I look at Alabama. We didn't build the ship on 4 or 5-star recruits. We built the ship on players that wanted to be at Alabama and that was hungry for it. And I say that's what all these schools need to get back to.
Back to those guys that just like I'm struggling. And say, for instance, with the O-line, I see the O-line all in the league, and I'm like this. If those first things get done, those guys sitting over there, they really guarantee you they're gonna give you more for one guy gave you, and probably just as hard, if not hard.
Yep. Cause like I used to tell kids, I be like, I coach a team full of Rudies before I coach a team full of 5-star athletes that don't want to listen, that don't want to work hard. Because I know with that team full of Rudies, they're going to work hard. They're going to give me all they got every practice, every game. They're going to leave everything out on the field. And I can go somewhere with that versus people that don't want to listen to me or none of that stuff or want to be coached or feel like they know it all. I can't do nothing with that.
I'm going to tell you, this right here, this is some heart. One of my old good football stories. And when I was playing and playing at the same time, like I said, I had my wrist coach on to the quarterback on the field. We went to the playoffs. Team up in Atlanta. Game, and we see a lot of playing up with new helmets, no face, helmet, pads, brand new tag still hanging. What's going on? What? But what it was football season, and a lot of them picked up and tried to grab to help them went to black college football season was over. So, well, I can go and get me a little of these players. When we went to that game, we only took 8 players.
Wow.
They had about on their sideline. 1 point. 9 to 8.
Wow.
Yeah. So did you have to do it like that for some team? We barely got sideline.
Yeah. See. Yeah. I agree to that. See, I remember a time that this was one of my older son. He was playing flag football. We played up here at Gary Stadium, and we went over to the south side of Phoenix City play scrimmage the Titans. They go over there. They had like 22 players. They had another play offense and defense. I think we went over there with maybe 12 players, and them boys ran Titans that day. You hear me? Because they stuck on one player, on one person. So they got players playing both ways. Like, you got a team, you got a whole sideline over here. Why you ain't playing these other kids? And this is what I get, and this is what I'm gonna relay it back to college football. I relay this back to college football is coaches them players no more. this was all my thought. Like somebody on the team can help me with something. You might not be the running back, but it's something on this team that you can do to help me. And that's what college football. That some of these schools they got away from developing these kids, man, and they looking for that
Right.
4 or 5 star athlete, that one that can do it all, to try to save the day. But them dudes come in, they big headed. They got more money than the coaches got. They drive better cars than the coaches got, and you can't coach them. They ain't got the grit no more.
Coach guys, when they come in like big head, they thinking they the man. Or the coach those guys, they think they got exception to everybody in the rule. Different with those guys.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, I ain't gonna lie. I tell them, man, with that attitude, I'm being honest with you.
Yeah, and we seeing what happened with Texas A&M this year. They spent all that money on recruiting this year, paying all these young kids, and now Texas A&M they dealing with something they can't handle because you done paid all these kids, and they ain't got good character about this. Like they in a locker room, they smoking weed in the locker room thing now, and Jim Fisher can't control them.
They can't control the team. If the outside
Yup.
really knew that, the alumni really knew what was going on. If they knew what was going on, they just ain't made a move yet. But
Yeah.
So it might be on the road. You just don't know.
Now a lot of them boys in the transfer portal right now, and I heard some people say Alabama need to go pick up them players. Auburn, they don't need to go pick up no players like that. No, because you can get it together where you was at. I don't need you to come here making it a problem for us.
We'll lose a few players on deal. I mean, we'll have to refill those, but hopefully the next week is hard. Look at it, because you always got somebody sitting on when the number one was out there playing on the sideline, got their good. And like that, they think football. I mean, you got to be playing football. I mean, with me, I trained. I used to run hills. Used to pull sleds.
Yeah.
18 wheeler track, be on our speed. I mean, man,
And see, now in college football they so tapping into the sports science and all that. And this is what I say: all that cool, the sports science and stuff, the measure the intensity of all that. But what I say that takes away from the hard work of the kids, because the sports science stuff, it doesn't measure people mental toughness. It doesn't measure the heart they have, and it doesn't measure none of that. It measures all this old cool stuff to know, but it doesn't measure how tough a player is mentally. And that's what, like you said, running hills, pulling sleds and stuff, all this stuff we see the kids do, all this agility workout. I'm like, I don't remember none of this. I just remember running hills to get faster, running up backwards up a hill with a weighted plate to get faster. I remember all that type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I don't mean with all this stuff. Like, it cool and all. We might have had a set of tires to do the little footwork drills, but they got everything now.
Yeah, we had ropes out here for the guys. And I tell them, do rope like you're supposed to. Them rope on right, so you better pick your feet up. Around on top of the rope.
Thank you for tuning in. What is that, Mr. Order number 100? Thank you for tuning in, War Eagle. Got us an Auburn fan. Auburn fans tuning in. I appreciate y'all. Appreciate y'all so much. So what? I think you said it earlier. What's your score prediction for today?
Close. I'm not gonna call a team to be the winner. I see how we play. I know how y'all play. I think the score. I'm just gonna throw the score out. It'll be 28.
One more time.
34.
34-28. I got 34-17.
34-17. It's gonna be a good matchup today. It's gonna be
Yeah.
a blowout, like teams, because a lot of those guys today they like day to play. So
Yeah,
this is it.
it is.
Like for us, if we pick up the win, our season is locking up equipment when we get back in. So I mean, either that go home.
Yeah. So after this game, it's gonna be real. It's gonna be real key for y'all. Go on, hop on head coach. Go on, hire somebody quick so y'all can hop on, start trying to flip some players and keep some commitments to Alabama because we today we have I think two guys from Carver Montgomery that's gonna be on campus today for us. But I think I'm not Alabama, but I think Auburn been looking at them two dudes too. You know what I'm saying? So this coaching hire for Auburn is gonna be critical. It's gonna be critical.
Yeah, I would love to get some of those Carver players from that. They have a good program now.
Yeah. Oakland, California here in town for this game today. Bro, you came a long way. That's a real fan. I thank you for tuning in on the show today. I never seen you before, but thank you for tuning in, sir. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hit the like button and subscribe. But man, look, hey, I'm looking forward to do this more with you. Do you keep up with recruiting heavy?
Don't because you ain't really see a lot of recruits that they be honest with you. It be so many at the game when you get ready. They stand right there, you know. But it's just you looking at so many people they bring in, they bring in a lot. They bring it into the school. It's trying to program. This is where to become to all. And I mean, it's really nice. I mean, I think it's a good thing.
Yeah, new toys don't. Okay, that's right. Matter of fact, see, I agree with what he said. I say put them young men in the Bear Bryant Johnson boys training camp. I agree to that. I remember Paul Bear Bryant. I think he did it at A&M. He put them boys out there. It was somewhere in the desert, somewhere hot as I don't know what, and he worked them boys to death. I'm talking about he brought. If you wanted to play football, you were gonna stay. If you didn't want to play football, one for you, you were leaving that camp that day. But yeah, I remember that movie. I remember it as the movie. So I'm gonna ask you this: what's your favorite football movie? What was your favorite football movie?
I think remember the time. I just love to play that part, man. You couldn't have did no. That's my greatest football movie all the time. That was good. Don't get me wrong. Remember the Titans? What his name was?
Yeah,
Brigade of the Sunshine. Boy, them
yeah.
they had
Hey, I like how he brought. I like how he brought them boys together. Cause them boys was from two different places. They wasn't seeing eye to eye. You know what it was going on. Together, like you said in the earlier of the show, football be bringing people together, man. Football bring people together. But man, we about to get ready to wrap this show up. It's been fun doing this with you. I'm looking forward to doing more shows with you. Thank you for coming on, taking time out your holiday, your vacation. Yeah, man, we're gonna do more stuff. We're gonna do more stuff, man. And everybody in chat, thank y'all for tuning. Like I say, make sure y'all hit that like button because that really helps us out a whole bunch. We just hit over 2,000 subscribers, so we going on up there. I just need y'all to help me out with the watch time. Be jamming. Thank you for tuning in. Ray Wills, thank you. Stephen Hicks, I appreciate you the most, man. I appreciate you. You always tuning in, showing love. Brittany B, all y'all in the chat. Farrah Moore, everybody. Mr. Order 100, thank you for tuning in. But we're going to end this show today. Roll Tide, and that's right.
Hey.
Another legendary. Another legendary game finna happen today, y'all. So thank y'all for tuning less, and I'm out. Oh snap! Thank you, man. Thank you so much. You hear me?
I hear you. I'm here.
Yeah, man. Appreciate you so much, man. Hey, that was fun,
I
man.
appreciate
I could have did it for another. I could have did this for another hour for real, man.
it. Oh, yeah. I know you probably heard that I do.
Yeah. So so cause my plans is I'm actually try to start my own channel. I'm working with these guys, but I'm gonna try to start my own channel, and I'm gonna cover more than just Alabama football when I do it. You know, I want to try to do it all because that's the people who be viewing it for real. When I start reaching out to other teams and start talking about other teams on other fan bases be coming in. So when I get that started, and plus on this channel, I'm gonna probably have you all want you to come in more, talk football more. But really, when I get my stuff started, I'm really want to holler at you to come in and be a part of it. But I'm gonna let you enjoy the rest of your week, man. Appreciate you for tuning in. Thank you.
All right, good job, Adrian.
I appreciate you.
Bye.
Bye, y'all. Yes, sir.